He was seen celebrating on the field after the game with Father Patrick Hyde. He's the pastor of St. Paul's Church on the Indiana campus in Bloomington, where Mendoza has been attending Mass since enrolling at the school. And Father Hyde's with me now. How you doing, sir? It's great to have you.
I am wonderful.
You got to be walking on water, to borrow a phrase, a little bit. Tell us about why he's special. Then I'll ask you about the game.
Well, Fernando's just a wonderful young man. I say take football out of his life, and he's exactly the kind of person any parent would want to have their daughter marry or have their son be a friend to. He's just thoughtful, he's generous, he's kind, he's considerate. He's just a wonderful young man, and just full of faith, full of life, full of joy.
So, Father, you were at the game, and I understand you made a decision in the fourth quarter to make a quick jaunt to the restroom, and you missed the touchdown on fourth down.
I did, yes. That was much to my shame. You know, I was telling my parents this, though, after the game. When I was a young boy, I grew up in St. Louis, and I missed Mark McGwire's 70th home run, even though we were at the stadium, because I have a twin sister. I was getting her ice cream at the time. So it's not my first time missing an historic event at a stadium because I was indisposed otherwise. But it was just one of those things that happens in life. You know, the great gift of life is that sometimes you do the best that you can and it doesn't work out for you. Sometimes things just fall in your lap. And that was kind of the story of my experience of the national championship game, because shortly thereafter, we were invited to go on the field and to celebrate with the team. And that was one of the coolest experiences of my life.
Oh, my gosh, I'm sure it was. We got a picture of here with you and some other priests with him holding the Heisman Trophy, which is just remarkable. You say you've learned a lesson about this, about people working hard and good things happening because of it. Explain that, if you could, to our audience.
Yeah, one of the things that I think we struggle with in life right now is it seems to me like it seems that the people who take advantage of others or who don't have the highest character or qualities often get ahead. And this isn't a new thing for us. The scriptures are filled with stories, the Psalms in particular, about that. And when you see and get to know someone like Fernando, you know, especially as a pastor, you get to know someone in a really intimate way, and you see the effort and the honesty and the faith and all of those things, the discipline, the poise. And when good things happen to someone like that, and not only just the effort and honesty and energy that goes into it, but also his just joy in the midst of it, it makes me, especially as a pastor, especially as a Catholic priest, all the more excited for him. But also, I think it's an even better example for our young people here at IU and throughout the country who are watching, that you can be a good person, you can work hard, and good things can still happen to you without forsaking your character.
So well stated. I wasn't aware prior to the beginning of the season that his mom's been suffering from MS for 18 years, and you wonder how that contributes to his faith. But you mentioned you grew up in St. Louis, and when you were growing up, it was not cool to be outwardly religious. And he's comfortable with it. Like, what explains that?
I've noticed a real shift in my 10 years working on a college campus, even that when I started in 2016 on a college campus as a priest, there was a fear if people found out that I'm Catholic, that I'm Christian. Whereas now I think because the social utility of faith has diminished so much that the people who are pursuing the faith, who in particular as Catholics because of what the church teaches on so many issues, they're doing it with real zeal and a real desire to grow in holiness, to grow in goodness. And they're doing it in really wonderful ways. And they're not afraid of the impact that it may or may not have on their social acceptability or things along those lines. And I see also this great love of being a part of a worshiping community. And we've seen this tremendous growth at our Newman Center, our Catholic center here on campus, and a lot of other Catholic centers throughout the country are seeing tremendous growth of these young people who love Jesus, who want something great with their life, and they see this community that's supporting them, and it just lifts them up. And I think, you know, for us as a community and for me as a pastor, for one of our members, and there's other Catholic members on the team who I've gotten to know pretty well too, Charlie Becker, Riley Nowakowski, to name
good
two
players.
that I've gotten to know, great players, to see them being so adamant, so vocal, so consistent with their faith. What a great gift.
You know what I said to that, Father? I say, amen. Amen to that. Thanks for coming on and sharing the story. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the moment. It is quite the moment. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.